Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to go over the Goku Black Ultimate deck coming out in May 2023 and cards that you can remove from the deck, what you can add to the deck, and how you can take this deck to the next level at the next tournament that you go to. Hey everyone, Mike the Pied Piper here, and in today's video I'm going to go over the Goku Black Ultimate deck that's going to be coming out in May of 2023, and some really interesting strategies that you can go with it, cards that you can add that are relatively cheap, and how you can take this deck to the next level. So, I got the cards up on the screen here. I'm not going to go through what every card does, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on the card and then some strategies and then a little bit of backstory regarding the history, because this Goku Black leader was actually it's already been made. Like, it was actually back in set 2, and this has actually been revamped, kind of power crept, and now it can actually draw cards. So the big difference between the set 2, I believe it was set 2 when this Goku Black came out, to the one now, is now it can draw a card. And this is what was really lacking with the leader before. So now on its unawakened side, if you attack with a Zamasu or Goku Black card, you get to draw a card. It does have to be a battle card on the unawakened side, but to be honest, you're not going to be unawakened very long on this leader. Because you're able to ramp, you're going to be able to play your Z leader, or not your Z leader, your Z battle card as early as turn 2. So the nice part about this is there's an alternate awakening condition. So literally you can awaken with this leader. It says when you do have 4 or less life or a blue Zamasu Z battle card, which again, we'll go through the Z battle cards later in the deck, you're going to awaken by turn 2 easily with this leader. So on its awakened side, again, it has the ability where you, when the Zamasu or Goku Black card attacks, but the key thing this time is it just says any Zamasu or Goku Black card. That includes your leader. So what's really nice about this, strategy-wise, is you now can choose, hey, am I going to attack with my leader first? Or am I going to turn around and attack with a battle card? And that makes a difference because there's a lot of cards, like for example, the blue-yellow Zamasu super combo, where it can tap one of your opponent's like leaders or battle cards. Now you don't have to make that decision. As long as the Zamasu or Goku Black card's attacking, you're going to be able to draw a card. You can also ramp on the Awakened side. On the previous Goku Black leader, you weren't able to do that. So that's a really, really nice effect that you're able to ramp. Unfortunately, you are still critting a life. I do wish this leader was when you do ramp from your life, instead of the energy going into your drop at the end of the turn, I do wish you put it into your hand, but at least it has the ability that when you are attacking, you are drawing a card, which is really going to help out with card advantage. Next, we're going to get into the Z-Awaken leader, and the Z-Awaken leader really takes this leader to the next level, because now when you're ramping, you're not ramping from your life, but you're ramping from your Z energy. And the way that this deck is built, which by the way, all the cards in this deck are foiled, so you're going to easily be able to foil out your deck with this, which is a lot of fun. But what I really like about this is now you're ramping from your Z energy instead of your life, as long as you got a Goku Black in your Z energy. And the way that this deck runs, there are tons of Goku Blacks that you're going to be able to combo with to put into your Z energy, especially with some of the changes I'm going to be recommending to all of you. This is huge. And then it also has the Activate Battle. If you do have a Goku Black in your Z energy, it gets plus 5k and double strike when your life is at 2 or less. One thing to keep in mind here is remember it's Activate Battle. So this also works on your opponent's turn. It's like essentially a free 5k combo on your turn, which is really nice. But it has the ability to push for game. You have the ramp. So I really do like this Goku Black. Z-Awaken. and now you're not critting from your life. So you can awaken, Z-Awaken as early as 4 or less energy. Super strong. Then we have the super combo, which I don't think a super combo has ever really came with a new super combo, at least when it comes to the ultimate decks. But you're going to get these foiled. Really good super combo. Goku Black, now free 10k, and then if you're at 4 or less life, you can draw a card, or you can pull Breaking a Taboo, which we'll go over that card later in the video. I'm not personally a fan of Breaking a Taboo. Spoiler alert, we'll go through it later. But I do definitely like the super combo in the deck, because it just fuels your Z energy, and then it fuels going right into Goku Black, which is, yeah, exactly what the deck wants to do. Next, we're going to go over the Z battle cards for the deck. I'm personally extremely excited for these because now, if you do use a effect that says you can only play Goku Black or Zamasu battle cards for the game, it doesn't totally shut out your Z battle or your Z deck now. So huge, huge, huge. And not to mention, this is extremely easy to play. Costs 3, but only 1 Z energy, and that is extremely easy to set up. Has deflect. Z stack 1, which means you're going to take this Goku Black, which you are never going to really hard cast. You're never going to be playing this directly from your Z deck. You will be playing this from under your Z leader. So you're essentially taking the Zamasu and you're putting the Rose Goku Black under the Zamasu. This then gives this card 15k on your turn, but 30k on your opponent's turn. And what's really nice about this is this makes this card so much harder to kill when it comes to red decks. And this is really why this permanent comes into play, is because of red decks. Because if you neg a battle card to 0, it does get destroyed. It does go through indestructible. But with Goku Black now giving that card plus 15k, it is so much harder to get rid of the Zamasu. And keep in mind, it's anytime it is under a Zamasu card. So when you use your Union Patara and you fuse these cards, now the fuse card on top is getting that plus 15k, which we'll go over actually now. So this takes effect with these fused Zamasus right here. I will tell you, I think this is why the Zeno was created, to destroy everything with indestructible, because of these cards right here, because they are extremely powerful. The fused Zamasu does fuse with your Zamasu, Blue Zamasu Z battle card, but it's any Goku Black card. So it does not have to be this Goku Black card right here, the SS Rose Goku Black Serving Justice. It can be any Goku Black card. So I really, really, really do like Fuse Zamasu. The Power of the Gods is complete. Super easy to play with the deck. Because you are ramping, you're going to easily be able to play like a 1-cost Goku Black, which we'll go later on in the video here. And then it has the added ability where it just combos so well with your leader. Auto, when one of your energy is placed in your drop area by your leader skill, switch this card to active mode at the end of the turn. This pairs really well with the Goku Black deck, but notice it says when one of your energy is placed in your drop area by your leader's skill. It does not say it has to be your Goku Black leader. So if you were to run this, say, in set 10 Zamasu, you're also destroying energy, or putting energy in your drop area with your leader skill to give your leader dual attack or destroying a card. That also works with this Zamasu, so incredibly powerful. Unfortunately, with the 7-drop, it does have to be your Goku Black if your leader is a Goku Black and you put the energy in your drop. But nonetheless, the 7-drop, double strike, indestructible, blocker, and then it basically turns any of your Goku Black combo cards into pseudo super combo cards. Once per turn, you combo with a Goku Black, you get to draw a card and then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of their deck. Huge. Notice that this is also works on your opponent's turn, not just your turn. So if even on your opponent's turn, when you combo with this card, you put a Goku Black in your Z energy, you're getting destroying one of their battle cards, which is again huge. And I think this is why they created the Zamasu, or not the Zamasu, the Zeno that destroys all the indestructible cards and the God cards, because this is not limit or unique. You can have multiple of these out. So that's what makes it so dangerous. And then not to mention, you combo this with the Z battle card and you have this under there. This is now a 40k or a 35k and a 40k that a red deck is going to have to neg, and that's going to take a whole lot of resources. So next we're going to get into some of the Goku Black cards that are included in the Ultimate deck, and again, I couldn't be happier with these. SS Rose Goku Black, Justice of Destruction. This is basically, a lot of people are saying this is not as good as like the baby Golden Avenger, which you're right, it isn't. It doesn't draw the card, it doesn't blow up the card, but what's really nice about this card is, remember, if you do use anything that says you can only use Goku Black or Zamasu cards, you can still use this card. And I'm not saying for the Goku Black deck, but if you use Divine Judgment for, like, say, a Zamasu deck, right? Zamasu, which going to be going over that new deck profile video soon. Humongous. You can get to 5 energies so much quicker, and this becomes live. Not to mention, it can also be searchable. So I really do like this counter card. And then not to mention, it pairs well with the 7-drop. You play it, you get to put your 7-drop in active mode, which again, it can attack. And then also it has where you can hard cast this for essentially 2 blue energy. All you got to do is have an indestructible card in play, which with this deck, you're going to have Zamasu Indestructibles. No problem. Either the Z battle card, the indestructible Zamasu, the 6-drop, or the 5-drop that is included in the deck, which we'll go later on in the slide. Then we got the 3-drop here. Again, huge. This essentially costs 1 energy. It replaces itself. You look at your top 5. You can search for any Zamasu or Goku Black card that's blue. And then finally, I mean, again, this only costs 1. It's a 20k crit. Now, keep in mind as well, this auto is limit 1. But you can essentially play 2 or 3 of these on a turn, and it only costs 1 energy. The permanent is not limited. So you could play like 2 of these that are 20k crits, and actually some of the matchups that I've been doing online, that's exactly what I've been doing. Playing a couple of these in a turn. 20k crit is huge. Okay, then next I wanted to go over, this is a reprint in the deck. These did come out in set 10. But again, this pairs really well with the Z battle cards. And then also the other Zamasu and Goku Black cards you run in the deck. The 5-drop, again, Union Batara, Indestructible. Any blue Zamasu or Goku Black card, and they can be in your energy. Just be really careful that when you ramp with Goku Black, even if you take that card that you ramped with and fuse with it, you're still going to need to destroy one of your energies. So be really careful when you're going that route. But the 5-drop, again, this is an indestructible. And if you fuse with the Z battle card that has that Goku Black under it, that gives the permanent plus 15k, this is now a 39k battle card, the 5-drop, on your opponent's turn. It's extremely hard to destroy and neg. And if you do this with the 9-drop, it is now a 50k indestructible battle card, which is going to be extremely hard to take out, even in a red deck. They're going to have to put a lot of resources to get rid of that card. So really nice cards included in the deck. And again, all cards in the deck are foiled, so you're going to get these cards foiled. Then next we get into Tragedy Overground, which is like the bane of everyone's existence. A lot of high-end players are hoping that this deck does not become mainstream, because that 9-drop on the previous slide actually pulls and gets Tragedy Overground out, which again just tells your opponent, you can't play battle cards that cost 4 or more. They go into your energy instantly. They don't even get the effect. and then that 9-drop Goku Black Rose, that just pairs well right into this Tragedy Overground, because again, now you're giving them this energy, and then the 9-drop destroys that energy. And this is a cost 4, and you can evolve off a Goku Black in your energy. So this sets it up where literally you give your opponent, they're at that 5 energy, blow up 2 of their energy, and you choose the energy. So you can choose 2 energy they have open, leave them with no energy open, and now swing with a triple striker for 30k, which is really, really nice. Next, we're going to get into the Sensu Bean and Dimension Magic reprint. Really, really nice cards included in the deck. Again, these come foil, and I love how Sensu Bean, they actually have the new post-errata for Sensu Bean. So it adds the new reprint that if it's on your opponent's turn, you get to choose one of your cards, you get plus 5k, and then choose 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. So keep in mind, this is the post-errata of Sensu Bean with the new text on it. So you're definitely going to want to get your hands on these. And obviously we have Dimension Magic, which is like a staple in every blue deck. I don't know any reason why you wouldn't run this, because you can choose if you want to untap the energies. It says choose up to 2. So even if they have cantrips on board to stop you from doing this, there's no reason you shouldn't be running Dimension Magic. Next, we're going to get into 2 other new cards that are included in the deck. I personally would take these out. I don't think they're needed. You have Gowasu, Easygoing Watcher, and Zuno, Convergence of Knowledge. They essentially do the same thing. The big issue is there's not really needed. I mean, you're wanting to run as many Goku Black and Zamasu cards in the deck to activate the Union Patara, the Fusion, and then comboing Goku Blacks in your Z energy. This really isn't needed. And not to mention the Gowasu only looks at your top 5, and it's a blue god card 6 or less. So you can't even pull the 9-drop. You can't even pull the 7-drop Fuse Zamasu with this card. So I would not include these. I would take these out of the deck. They're just not that good. Next, we're going to get into some of the other cards and reprints in the deck. We have SS Rose, Goku Black, Shining Illusion. Really good card. Again, it's another counterattack for the deck. Allows you to play a 15k SS Rose, Goku Black. Absolutely love it. And pay an additional blue to play a token that activates blocker for the turn. Love this card. Definitely would include it in the deck. Breaking a Taboo, I think, is a disappointment. The issue is you have to pay 1 plus the activate main, so essentially it's 6 in order for you to play the Infinite Force Fuse Zamasu, which is to the right. You might as well just have the extra energy to play Goku Black and Zamasu and fuse them directly. I am not a fan of Breaking Taboo. I would remove Breaking Taboo from the deck, along with Infinite Force Fuse Zamasu. I don't think these 2 cards are needed. You could replace these. You could keep Respectful Master Gowasu in the deck. It does allow you to look at your top 7 for any Zamasu or for any Zamasu card. But I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, you could run that cantrip. I feel like that Goku Black, the one that costs 1, the 3-drop, I would run that one instead of the Respectful Master Gowasu. I'd run 4 of those instead of this 1-drop. And then finally, Kale Rampaging Demon is actually a nice battle card to run for the deck. If you aren't running, there is a card that you could run in the deck where essentially it'll shut off your non-Goku Black and Zamasu cards, which we'll go over a little bit later here. If you're going to run that, I would take this Kale Rampaging Demon out. But this is a nice option to kind of help board wipe your opponent's board. I feel like Tragedy Overground does that, though. I don't know if you necessarily need Kale Rampaging Demon in your deck. And then Chilled Armies Reinforcement. Again, such a a great card to play. Free counterattack if you take a life if you're at 4 or 5 or less. And then you have that blocker token. Just keep in mind, if you do play a card on the next slide that we're going to go over, you're not going to be able to play the token because you'll only be able to play Goku Black or Zamasu cards. So now we're going to get into the cards that I would play with. There is one card on this slide, Divine Judgment. that can only be played in Zamasu decks. However, I am including it just in case you decide to take this build and you want to put it into like set 7 or a set 10 Zamasu build. So we do have SS Rose, Goku Black, Mortals Be Gone. Again, these are cards that I would recommend purchasing. As of now, these cards are extremely cheap, so get them as soon as you can. This card, just a solid card, costs 1 blue. You have 3 or more Z energy, you can play this for 1. Just highly recommend. Play this card, excellent. Draws, replaces itself, and it's a 20k double striker. Then the Goku Black works undone. You're generally not going to use the auto for the limit 1. If you do, that means you can only play Goku Black or Zamasu cards for the remainder of the game. However, keep in mind that it does say flip this card over. So even if you're awakened and you use this, you flip the card over, you can now awaken again and draw 2 cards. So it could help get some cards that you need, get some cards into your hand. So I do really like this. Regarding SS Rose, Goku Black, Inviting the Darkness, run this card. Run this card. This card is incredibly good. Costs 3 and it allows you to ramp in energy. Just remember, when you use this card, you cannot use Goku Black's ramp ability and then play this. You will not get the ramp energy. However, if you play this first and then use your leader skill, this is perfectly acceptable, and it's a great way, great permanent ramp. And while this card does ramp your opponent, keep in mind you're generally going to play this with the Goku Black 9-drop, which is just going to be absolutely stellar. Goku Black, Countdown to Destruction, you're going to be at 5 energy. You know, play this card, draw a card. Really, really good. Pick this card up. Again, Divine Judgment, if you are running a Zamasu leader. This does not work if you're running the Goku Black deck. But if you decide to run this with a Zamasu deck, check out Divine Judgment. Pick that card up. I will go over this more in a future deck profile video for my set 7 and set 10 Zamasu deck. And then you have the Unstoppable Despair, Goku Black Rose. You get to that 7 energy, and then you play this, especially with how fast Goku Black can ramp. This can be incredibly devastating towards your opponent. Then you have cards like Time Ring that can help you search for Goku Black cards and Zamasu cards, and can essentially net you a card. Because if you're at 4 or more energy, you get to look at your top 10s for 2 of those. And then finally, you do have the 1-drop Zamasu Cosmic Trader. This just helps with your fusion fodder. Again, it's basically you pay 1, you ramp 1, it's a free card, super cool. I would definitely run that in the deck. Then we have another strategy that you could go with, and this is where you're going to play around Goku Black and Mass Replication. And essentially what this does is you pay 2, you can search your deck for Mass Replication, and any time you play a Goku Black card, you then turn around and you play a Shadow Token, and these Shadow Tokens gain the ability Blocker, which can really, you can go like a real defensive build with this deck, paying 2, playing a bunch of Goku Black cards. You can add like Nightmare Scythe Goku Black or Goku Black the Replicator. Again, all these cards are extremely cheap on TCG Player. The one thing is you're gonna want to keep an eye out for Secret Identity Mass Saiyan, because that card just got unbanned, and that does remove all of your tokens, which can be quite devastating. However, a lot of people aren't running 4 of in decks, so they have to have the Overwhelm for it to begin with. But I can tell you this could be a really interesting strategy, adding the Mass Replication Goku Black Evil Compass build. Really fun to play. And then finally, the last card that I want to go over, which is currently banned. It is currently banned. However, I would pick this up because it is extremely possible they may unban this card. They may restrict it. They may do something. And once this card does get unbanned, it is going to for sure be a staple in this deck. So I would pick this up now while they're cheap. And Bandai, please unban this card. Like, please unban this card. I can tell you this card is currently banned because of the Zeno super combo and how you can keep putting this into your hand and then keep ramping. However, they did unban Identity Mass Saiyan, and they have unbanned other cards before, including the Goten, the yellow Goten that allows you to swing and look at your top three. So it's very possible they could unban this card. So make sure you're keeping an eye on this. And pick it up now. That'd be my suggestion. Well, I hope this video has helped you kind of learn about the Goku Black Ultimate deck. Play around with it. There's tons of possibilities. If you're looking to get new players into the game and you want to give them an all-foil deck and you want to just have a fun deck that they can play, take it to the next level. And it's even possible this could even, Bandai did mention this could become meta, and there's a lot of possibilities with this deck. I know I'm going to be picking up like 2 of these for sure, and hopefully get the gold one, so I have all my cards gold foiled, and I'm going to be including it in my set 7 and set 10 Zamasu, so looking forward to that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and looking forward to this deck coming out in May and seeing what I can do with it. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!
Thanks for watching another Main Deck video. Main Deck is sponsored by J-Dub Sports Cards and Gaming. Visit jwwcards.com and by our amazing patrons. Get exclusive content and other cool perks on the Main Deck Patreon. And hey, while you're here, I bet you'd like one of these videos. Go ahead, click one. I know you're gonna love it.